Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. So right now we are doing take 2 on my September favorites because my first one we're not going to talk about. But we're going to jump right in. And we are going to jump right into my favorite lips for the month. You know me, those are my favorites, so let's talk about them first. And I have 3 shades this month, and 2 of the shades are a combination. Like, I love them individually, but I love them together, so we're going to talk about that right now. Right off the bat, we're going to talk about Charming, which is the one I'm wearing right now, and I have 2 by this brand, and this brand is actually the Balm. I know you've all heard of them. And this one is Charming, and it's like a terracotta shade, and I absolutely love it. It's a formula that I've had for a while, and I have 5 or 6 of them, and I actually considered a video, but I haven't done one yet. But if you want to see that video, let me know down below, because I do have enough shades to do a quick swatch video on them. But this formula is just so amazing. It's not too dry, and it's not too moussey, so I absolutely love it. And on top of that, it has one of the best scents I've come across in a liquid lipstick. It's like a peppermint, chocolate chip mint, I don't even know. It's just... it's one of the best scents ever. You want to like lick your lips after applying it, but don't do that because it didn't taste that good, okay? Like, for sure. But this one has definitely been one of my favorites. Like I said, I'm wearing it now, and it's just like such a warm, universal shade, and I just feel like it's so flattering for everyday wear. It's just such a great shade. I know it's one of the most popular shades, so it's probably when you're like, oh, Rosie, come on, that's bold. But I've been loving it lately, so I had to have it as my favorites. And the next shade is Sincere. So this is more of a nudie nude, and this has like some pink to it. And let me see if I can actually swatch it. I'm going to swatch this one twice because I want to do it with and without the Too Faced Over. So that one is definitely more nudie. It's got some peach to it compared to the Charming shade, which I really love. They're both super great everyday wearable shades. They fall under the nude family, which I've been feeling a lot lately. Like, it's just so flattering, and especially going into fall, these are great because they're not that pale, so they still stand out. You compare them with, you know, a nude eye, just a wing eye. You compare them with smoky eye, and I just think that they're ridiculously fantastic. So I'm gonna let them dry down a second. They do take a little bit of time to dry down. I will go ahead and swatch the third shade that's my favorite, and that is Too Faced Melted Chihuahua, whatever you want to call it. This is an oldie but a goodie. This was one of my favorites like last year, and I just picked it up recently, and I've just been loving it. And then once I paired it with Sincere, game changer. I'm so obsessed with that lip combination, and in fact, I wore it in my BeautyCon unboxing video, so you will see that. This one's more of a peachy nude shade. Like, as you can see, it's similar to Sincere, but not quite, and it's still got its uniqueness to it. And then, like I said, once I put it over this one, it's a game changer. Like, I don't know if you can tell on camera, but it just brings so much out of both of the shades. It almost makes it similar to the Charming, but not really, because it still tones down the rosiness of this one. This one's a little bit more brown red-ish color, whereas this one has the pink shade, and then of course Chihuahua has the nude brown shade to it, like the peach. So I love these shades right now. I am so obsessed with this palette. You guys know me. Once I pick a shade, it's kind of like, okay, that's it. I'm going to ignore everything else because that's my favorite for the month. That's what I've been doing. And Too Faced is so great. Like, the Melted, I feel like they're so forgotten already when they still remain one of the best formulas I've used, because I'm not a gloss fan, but I'm also a hardcore liquid lipstick fan. Like, the matte lip is my lip. But when I want a little bit more texture and moisture to my lips, I will use this as a topper. And I have quite a few shades of these, and you know, I keep going back to the same ones over again. As you saw a couple months ago, Honey was one of my favorites. This is kind of my new favorite right now. I keep gravitating towards this formula, and that's because it's seriously so amazing. And as you can see, it's got some shine to it, so it's a little bit more glossy than a matte lipstick, which is fantastic to me. So moving on, we will jump right into the brushes, and this is a Morphe R36. So it's dirty because of course I used it last month. I went to LA and I went to the Morphe store, and this was one of the brushes that I said I had to have. Morphe is extremely affordable. I love the quality of their brushes, and they don't disappoint me. I think I've only had trouble with one brush ever, and I own about 30 brushes of theirs, so that says a lot. And this is a highlighting brush, and I freaking love this head. So you know me, I've been used to those like dome trumpet style heads that kind of flare out and, you know, fit right on your cheekbone. This one is a little bit smaller than that, and obviously it looks like a huge blending brush, but that's kind of why I love it. It blends your highlighter right into your blush, which I think is freaking amazing, and it picks up so much product. Like, I absolutely love everything about this brush, and this is kind of one of the ones out of all the ones that I've been obsessing over. I couldn't wait to do this video strictly because I love this brush and it's one that I wanted to talk about. You know those things that you kind of just pick up and you're like, oh my gosh, I cannot wait to share that with someone. It's a fantastic brush. If you are a highlight whore, you definitely want this brush. And of course, the perfect highlighting brush, you want to pair it with your favorite highlighter for the month, and that is the Jeffree Star So Fucking Gold Skin Frost. Upside down. So this has been my favorite for the month. I am so obsessed with this shade. I know I find a new one to be obsessed about, but this one, since getting it, I've used it so much. It's replaced all the other ones. I just feel like it's the most flattering out of all of those. I'm wearing it today. I am wearing it over a Colourpop highlighter, but I just wanted to bring it out a little bit more. I used this for a wedding recently, and I was just so obsessed with it. I even recorded my video.
How about that highlight?
How obsessed I was with it, because it's just so fantastic.
So
like it doesn't let me down. So as you can see, the brush picks up a hell of a lot of product. I know you can't really tell on camera, but it just lays down the product so freaking well, and you really can't see this on camera. But So Fucking Gold is just like a coppery metal gold, and I really freaking love it. Like, honestly, it's just one of my favorite shades. As you can see there, I just think it's the most flattering, and I don't know if it's because of the yellow in my skin, as I so often mention. I just think that this brings out just the best in my color, and it looks great with a lot of blushes. So sometimes your highlights can clash with your blushes, in my opinion. I feel like this one looks great with it, and it's been my favorite. I have just been obsessing over it. I wore my last video, I wore in the video before that. Seriously, it's just one of my favorites. It's not in stock right now, but I know they're constantly restocking. I'll still link it down below so that if you do want it, you can come back and check out that link. But yeah, definitely one of my favorites for the month. I highly recommend this one. If you are partial to more of the bronzy, gold, more natural shades, then this is one that I would definitely pick up, you know, for sure. And that is So Fucking Gold. Pardon my language. Not like I don't swear, but it is part of the name. Seriously, I love this shade. Next, of course, is a blush. So this is one of the items I picked up during the Ulta 21 Days of Beauty sale. So I wasn't going to buy anything, but I saw these were like 50% off the Platinum Perk or something, and I just had to have some. So I picked up Flowerchild and another one. This one, though, holy crap, after swatching it, game over, game changer. I took it to New York with me. It arrived right before New York, and I've worn it so much since. Like, even on the days where I don't want to get glam, I don't want to wear makeup, I will put on a little bit of foundation, I'll still wear this one. And usually I'll be like, F the blush, I don't care, I don't want to wear anything. I'm like, no, I like this blush. This blush is just so beautiful. I know last month it was NARS Orgasm, but I feel like this is kind of a softer, peachier version of NARS Orgasm, which I really liked. Because the Orgasm is a little bit more pink toned. This is definitely more peach toned, which I liked, which I feel like can be a lot more flattering for more skin tones. The Orgasm, I know some people don't like pink-based products, and this is definitely a safe alternative. It even has kind of that shimmer to it, which I really like. So if you didn't want to use a highlighter, then this would be the perfect blush to go with. This one has seriously been one of my absolute favorite shades. I just had to have it in my favorites. I've only had it like 3 weeks, and it's just been my favorite, hands down, my favorite. Like, I'll reach for this one over NARS, even though I still use NARS. This is definitely popping. For sure, Becca Flowerchild is one of my favorites for the month. I definitely recommend this one. It's just absolute blows my mind how much I love this blush. Just saying. So moving on, we're moving on to a little bit more affordable items, and that is the Colourpop Brow Gel in Bangin Brunette. So I bought this quite a while ago, and I kind of didn't use it much, and then I picked it up one day, and I've been loving it. So I still use the Benefit Brow pomade stuff, whatever it's considered, but this one here is an amazing affordable option. It's so pigmented, and this particular shade, I know it's a little bit light. It seems like it's a little bit light for my eyebrows, but I just love it. It's so buildable, and it doesn't make your eyebrows look cakey, and it's so affordable, which I love the most. I've been loving it, and it's like $6, and Colourpop is constantly putting out amazing quality products. So if you're familiar with their brand, then you know what I'm talking about. This did not let me down, and there's so much product. Like I said, I've been using it a lot lately, and it's barely put a dent into it, which I absolutely can appreciate, because I want to make this last as long as possible, and I'm almost out of my Benefit, and I have to replace that one next. So I'm gonna hold on to this one for a while, because it's gonna save me quite a bit of money, and I like that, you know. Okay, so last but not least is another item I picked up at the Morphe store while I was in LA, and that is the infamous Morphe 35F. And this is the perfect fall palette. Like, I am so in love with it. I used it today. I used it in my last video. It just has the most amazing shades. I know the 35O is all the hype, but I just feel like the orange cannot be as flattering as these here. Like, there's the berries, there's the plums, there's the coppers, and I am just, seriously, I've been using this so much. As you can see, it's gotten a lot of love. I used it on my cousin for her wedding. I have nothing but good things to say about this palette. If you're considering any palette, I would say this one. And I have a couple. I have about 5 or 6 of these palettes from Morphe, but I've reached for this one the most out of all of the ones I own. And that says something, because I have a lot of palettes. And for me to reach for this one so much is just, it's a good thing. The top shades here are almost like Kat Von D's Shade and Light palette. Not identical. I did have them both spread out for the wedding that I did. And I mean, the quality is super comparable. I will swatch a couple of these. So most of the time, the matte shades are the ones that people are like, oh, they're not that great. This is not like that. As you can see, it's pigmented, which is super rare for these matte shadows. And then, of course, we have some glitter shades, which are just as amazing. See there? And then this is actually one of my favorite shades from the palette. I wish they had names, but they don't. I'm wearing these two today. And then you know me with my gold shades. This one is just so fantastic. Like, all of these shades are super pigmented. This one makes an amazing inner eye highlight. Like, this palette just overall is freaking amazing. I'm so in love with it. There's a little bit of fallout, but I think it's kind of an affordable brand, so that's going to happen. I just absolutely love this palette. This is kind of the top of my favorites list, one I for sure recommend. I will link this one down below. There are a million coupon codes to use, so you can always get a discount on. They sell for about $22.99, and with 10% off, it goes down to like $18.99. So it's definitely worth it. This is seriously the perfect fall accessory as far as makeup goes. I highly recommend this one. It's at the top of my favorites list. So yeah, check it out. If you're in the LA area, check out the new Morphe store. That store is gorgeous. I wanted to just live in it. It was so glamorous, so luxurious. Check it out. Swatch this one in store, and you will see what I mean. It's seriously one of my favorite palettes that they have on display. That's why as soon as I swatched it, I was like, that one, done. Get it for me. I need this now in my life. So it had to be my favorites, of course. But that's pretty much it. I feel like I had a lot of stuff, but at the same time I didn't. Maybe I just talked too much. So I will link everything down below. If you have any questions, let me know. If you do want to see that swatch video for the Balm lipsticks, the ones with all of them that I own, not just these two, I can do that. Let me know down below. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe. If you don't like this video, please just walk away, pretend it did not happen. Maybe I'll get you the next video. But until then, thank you so much for watching. Bye.